Well, the law, it enters every aspect of our lives. It relates to insurance. It relates to wills, to property. And there isn't a place that Dave Hollingsworth goes where he's not asked a legal question. Today, you have the chance to ask one at 1-888-750-1211 or 613-750-1211. And although Dave will be answering some general questions, your area of expertise is with injury.
That's right.
And the case that you've brought us is a very interesting one that will have relevance to so many people who like to do or potentially end up embarking on sometimes dangerous activities.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. Since we were last together, Leanne, I was down in Toronto on an appeal for a client of mine, a 24-year-old who a couple of years ago unfortunately became a paraplegic as a result of a dirt bike accident. That's terrible, and what's also terrible is that there was no insurance available to him at the time, and so the millions of dollars of care and treatments and rehabilitation and medications, where is that going to come from? OHIP provides some bare bones help, but really to provide the quality of life that he's going to want to have, insurance would be the best thing.
But he would have been in a position, anyone who operates a recreational vehicle is supposed to have some form of insurance, or at least registered, right. Isn't that correct?
Absolutely, both. The Off-Road Vehicles Act requires you to register such a vehicle and to obtain insurance. Not that everyone does, unfortunately, you should. He did not, but the one potentially silver lining is that there is something called the Motor Vehicle Accident Claims Fund in Ontario, which is a fund that will step into the shoes of an insurance company and provide a few $1 million in care to somebody who qualifies. And so we made application for that, and they found a couple of reasons why they didn't think they needed to pay it. We went to court and we were successful. Then they appealed it, and that's when I was down in Toronto about a month and a half ago on that appeal, and we're still waiting for the answer. But in the meantime, we've been able to get him these benefits while we're waiting for the appeal to come back.
So he does have the benefits, sort of in this phase, just sort of where he's questioning. But how does this relate to anyone out there? I mean, when you read a case like this and when you represent someone like this, you're thinking of so many broad spectrum situations, Dave.
Well, sure. I mean, you can't insure absolutely everything, but you certainly want to make sure you've got adequate insurance. But in the event that you don't have adequate insurance, people don't necessarily know about the Motor Vehicle Accident Claims Fund. Seek some legal advice, and there may be other avenues where you can get some benefits. And so have adequate insurance. If you don't, look for alternatives. And then the third thing, of course, is when you're denied these benefits, don't take no for an answer. You got to fight for them. And that's what we've done in this case. And in the meantime, we've gotten him some benefits, and hopefully we'll be able to help him out.
We have Ray on the line, and I'm not sure what Ray's question is relating to. Ray, you have a legal question for David Hollingsworth.
Yeah, David, I had an car accident. A guy went through a red light and hit me. I had a bit of a sore shoulder, but I never got it checked. And this was in December of 2009.
Yeah.
I was just diagnosed this year in August that I had a tear on both sides of the bone in my shoulder. Is there any legal ramification, any legal repercussions I have? I think insurance is dead and done after a year.
No, that's an excellent question. You actually have. The general rule is you've got 2 years from the date of the motor vehicle accident to make a claim against an at-fault driver. So I don't know when in December it was.
15th of December, so I still have time.
Yeah. So you have time to make a claim against the at-fault driver. You also could, and I hope maybe you did, I hope you did, apply to your own insurance company to get accident benefits, which will provide you with some of the basics like physio, occupational therapy, and a few of these basics. Okay, good. So you want to keep that open as long as you can, but certainly within 2 years, if you've suffered a permanent and serious injury, you can make a claim for pain and suffering against the at-fault driver's insurance. But you can also make a claim for any economic losses that you've suffered, if you're off work.
Yeah, okay. I've retired, so that doesn't really fall into the picture.
We want to thank you for your call, Ray, and I guess you're thinking that David's appearance on the program is very, very timely. We have the numbers to call on your screen, 613-750-1211 or 1-888-750-1211. When we come back after the break, David Hollingsworth is here ready for your rapid-fire legal questions.